Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm still alive, and in today's video we are heading to HomeGoods to check out some of their Halloween decor. They finally have put Halloween out in my area. Last year they put it out the day after 4th of July. I went in there to check the day after 4th of July this year and there was nothing. And then I went in a couple more times, nothing. And then yesterday I walked in and I was in Halloween heaven, as I like to say, and we were able to see some of the Halloween goodness. So I'm going to keep the intro short and sweet, and let's go ahead and get into the walkthrough. Okay, to start off, we have this 3-pack of wooden ghosts. This is $12.99. I do believe they had this last year. Honestly, this isn't really my style, but I kind of really loved those. I may have to go back for them. And then they have this toad skeleton and this candy corn winky face. It reminds me of a Shopkins. I might have said that last year. I'm pretty sure they had those last year. And then they have this mummy ghost. I do believe they have this in a larger size as well. I don't think I saw it on this trip, but this is $7.99. And then they have this little ghosty trio for $12.99. And then they have this Martha Stewart stack of jack-o'-lanterns for $12.99. This kind of looks like it's white, but it's actually a pale pink. And then they have this cobra snake candle holder for $16.99. Again, Martha Stewart. Why am I not surprised? Because Martha has some really cool freaking pieces, okay? In my opinion. And then they have this skull from last year. This is $12.99. They have this set of 3 ghosties. These do light up. Again, these are Martha Stewart, and they are $12.99. And then they have this wooden ghost for $12.99. They also have a couple of these light up jack-o'-lanterns. They have this one in the pastel pink, and then later on they have a orange pumpkin. And then they also have this little Martha Stewart ghosty with the rusty looking eyeballs. I'm not personally a fan, but for all those people who really love the ghosties, you could add that to your collection. And then they have this headless snake candle holder for $9.99. I do believe I saw this last year. And then, oh my goodness, I loved these little birds for $12.99. I purchased these myself. I can't tell if they're ceramic or resin, but it's super nice quality. However, I will say this, I took one of them out and it does stand up, but the foot is like propped up. I don't know how to explain it. I'll have to do a haul and show you all. Haha, I rhymed. Anyways, they also have this black ghost for $12.99, and I do believe it's in this video. There might be a smaller one as well shortly. And then they have this little ghosty for $6.99. They have these See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Speak No Evil skeletons for $12.99. They have this in a few different colors. They have this silver color here, and then this quote-unquote natural color. And then towards the end of the video, they also have it in gold. They have this mummy trio reading a Boo book for $12.99. I must say, I really liked the shape of this ghost, but I'm not a fan of the pink, nor am I really a fan of the shape of his face. But other than that, I liked it. So basically, I just liked the shape of him. They have this larger ghosty with the back cutouts for $16.99. Again, I do believe this is something that we saw last year. And then they have this ghosty trio for $9.99. And then they also, I do believe maybe this piece is new. I don't remember seeing him last year. He's $12.99. And then here is the smaller black version of the ghost for $7.99. I personally kind of like this. This is $7.99. It does light up, and the best part is you can paint it however you want. That's the absolute best part about this. And then they have this skull with the butterflies for $7.99. This would be a cool piece to use for Spring-a-Ween if you decorate for that. And then they have this snake candle holder for $16.99. I am personally not a fan of this. It looks really weird from the side. It's like the tongue is connected to the bottom of its mouth. It's not separated. Anyways, that's just my personal opinion. And then they have this skull with the octopus tentacles. Tentacles. Why was that so hard to say? Anyways, it reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. And then they have this skull for $24.99 with the sequins all over it. And it does have the multicolored lights. And as you know, if you have been here for a while, I'm not a fan of the multicolored lights, almost no matter what decor item it's on. And then we have this spooky looking cake for $29.99 with the little ghosties on the top. They have that same ghosty with the back cutouts in a smaller size for $7.99. And then they also have these jack-o'-lantern pails. They have this in 3 different sizes that I personally saw while I was at HomeGoods. They have this one for $7.99, and then they have it in a slightly larger size for $9.99. And then I don't know if there's a size after this, but I thought the next one kind of jumped up in price quite a bit for $16.99. They have a couple of these witches hats. They have this one with the spider, and then later on you'll see another one with a bat for $16.99. And then here is a piece that we have seen before. However, this one is in a larger size. I did speed up this clip a little. That's why it might look funny. I actually did that with several clips. They have this mummy with the little bat sitting on top of his head holding a candy bowl for $49.99. And then they have this ballerina skeleton for $19.99. Honestly, if there was something else on this moon, I probably would purchase it. The ballerina skeleton is just not up my alley. But I think the moon piece is really cool. Maybe even without the skeleton, I would buy it. Anyways, then they have this ghosty pumpkin. And then here is, I do believe, another new piece. This looks like a punk Frankenstein to me. I've heard some people say it's giving vintage vibes. I don't get that, but I guess everybody sees things differently. Anyways, then they have this Minnie Mouse ghosty jar for $29.99. And then they have this skeleton with the multicolored lights for $29.99 sitting on top of a stack of books. I actually thought the skeleton was just sitting on those wooden boxes that they have. or those faux boxes that look like books. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about if you've been to HomeGoods. They have this purple ghosty. This is by Martha Stewart. This is $14.99. And then they also have this black witch's hat for $16.99. And they also have it in a tan color. Later on, you'll see. And then they also have this Elvis skeleton bust for $24.99. Though that's not my style, I do appreciate the warm lights on it. And then they have this snow globe that they had last year with the little bats flying around in it. They also have another trio of ghosties for $14.99. And then they have these ghosts. The smaller one is $9.99 and the larger one for $12.99. If you are new to my channel, I try to show everything that I see in the store. And if there's ever something in a future video and I don't show it to you, it's probably because I showed it in a previous video. So just keep that in mind. I always try to give the prices on everything that I see, and I always try to give you a good close-up of everything because I'm taking you guys shopping with me. That's what we're doing right now. We're shopping together. I also want to add in that I always try to turn items around because sometimes when I watch other people's videos, I'm like, oh, I didn't know it looked like that in the back, or how do you hang this up, etc. That's why I try to show it in 360. Sometimes I don't do that great of a job, or sometimes I forget, but I definitely do try. Anyways, the whole point of that is sometimes I feel like the clips might be a little bit too long, but you can always mute this video, play some other music over top of this, and speed it up if you think that I'm taking too long to show things. Anyways, they have a couple of these skeletons. Both of them are $34.99. I did try to push the try me button on both of these skeletons right here, but neither one of them worked, so unfortunately I cannot show you that. And then they have this pumpkin pedestal for $16.99. This is more fall, if you ask me, but it was put in with the Halloween stuff, so I decided to show it. And then they have this jack-o'-lantern on a pedestal for $24.99. They've had these the past few years.
Happy Halloween!
They had a few different haunted houses. They have this one for $16.99, and I actually kind of liked this one, but I didn't like the light. Again, I wish it was just a warm color, but it is what it is. I still thought this was pretty cool. Anyways, What are your guys's, what's on your list this season to grab? Doesn't have to be from HomeGoods. Any store in particular, what is on your wish list? I would love to know. I've gotten everything that I've wanted so far, basically. There is one item at the very end of this video that I really, really wanted, but I had to show some serious restraint because I have nowhere to put it, and I'm always really scared about heavy objects falling on my toddler. I have a 13-year-old and I have a 2-year-old, and he's a very rambunctious child. He's always getting hurt, and anytime I put anything on the wall, I'm always very nervous that it's somehow going to fall down on top of him. So that was one of the reasons I decided to pass on it, but oh my goodness, I would love it. I would love it. If I had a mantle, I probably would have purchased it. Anyways, they also have this gothic looking haunted house for $16.99. Now, I will say I did think this was kind of cool until I touched it. It's basically cardboard, you guys. I don't think this is worth $16.99, but that is just my opinion. And then they have some Christmassy looking haunted houses, gingerbread houses, if you will. That's obviously what they were going for, yeah. Anyways, this had windows on the sides and on the back. Again, this is another item that just screams fall to me, but it was in with the Halloween section, so again, I decided to show it. And then they have another gingerbread haunted house for $29.99. So I know these are normally called a snow globe, but that's not snow, so I'm just gonna call it a water globe, okay? So they have this snake wrapped around a skull water globe, and this is $16.99, and then those little small bats floating around in there. And then they have these trick-or-treat pails for $9.99 and $16.99. They have a couple more signs. They have this trick-or-treat one that lights up in the neon purple, and then they also have a sign that stands up that says spooky. I did my absolute best to try to record this, but my daughter didn't want to be in the video, so obviously I was trying to respect her privacy and not show her. But this is the best I could get. She was helping me out with showing some of the decor. They have this witchy ghost holding a jack-o'-lantern for $14.99. I thought this was kind of cute. Again, this would be a great piece for you ghosty collectors out there if you don't already have it. I think I might have seen that before. Anyways, they have these Johanna Parker placemats. I remember wanting them last year, but I ended up leaving them this year. It's funny how you can want something one year and then the next year you're like, I don't really want it. Because that's happened to me several times. Anyways, they have these bat baskets. They have it in two sizes that I saw. The smaller one for $12.99 and then this one for $16.99. And then here is the piece I am obsessed with. I saw this online in Marshalls, on Marshalls. And I wanted it so bad, and I was like, maybe if I see it in the store. Well, I saw it in the store. It almost went into my cart. I literally picked it up for a split second and I was like, no, it's gotta stay, because I don't know where I would put it where I wouldn't be afraid of it falling on my child. And it's pretty heavy, so. And then they also have this large spider for $129.99. And then To end this video, they have a few more placemats. They have this one here for $14.99 and then this jack-o'-lantern for $14.99, and both of these are a set of 4. And then again, we have some more Johanna Parker set of 4. The beaded placemats coming up next are singular, so this one right here is $9.99 for 1. And that is just kind of how it continues for the rest of them. Anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. I don't know if you saw my community post, but I did say that I had plans to upload a witch broom DIY originally before this video, but then HomeGoods put out their Halloween, and this video became the next video instead. So the next video will in fact be my witch broom DIY. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you guys all next time. Bye!